Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to talk about journaling. The biggest question that I get asked is, how do I keep my journal safe? I'm going to explore with you a bunch of different ways that you can keep your journal safe. At the end, I have some questions from Instagram, also some pearls of wisdom from other people who are avid journalers. Stay tuned for that for sure. But today I just wanted to talk to you about journaling, how journaling should be a safe place for you. If you ever had anybody read your journal that you didn't intend to have them read it, they read it anyway, I completely understand your fear that someone might pick up your journal and start reading it. I live in a household of people who wouldn't dare do that. For me, I don't have the need to want to keep my journal safe because I know it is safe. But if you don't live in that kind of an environment, then I get it. I have some tips for you. First of all, journaling is very healthy for you. It's a very healthy thing. You need to get it out of your head, get it on paper that is done with. It's like a finalized thing. You don't have to think about it anymore. You don't have to ruminate it. You want to get it out. Sometimes you're like, oh, but if I put that on paper, someone could read it and then I would be embarrassed, or they would be embarrassed, or you get these feelings of shame. You get these feelings that just really don't belong there actually, but they're there, they're real, you have to deal with them. Or you might be like, oh, they might misunderstand if they read this because these are just my random thoughts that I'm trying to work out. They're not based in any kind of reality. Oftentimes that is what journaling is. It's not based in reality. It's just based on all these random things that you have going on in your head. To have somebody else read the ramblings of your mind it can really freak a person out, but I don't want that to discourage you from journaling. Here are a few things that you can do to keep your journal safe. The first thing, by the way, this is not scripted. They're not in any kind of order that is a hierarchy of order. This is what's the thoughts in my mind. I'm sharing them with you. The first thing is just keep your journal with you all the time. Like never let it out of your sight. I carry one with me all the time. I just carry it in my bag. It's with me all the time. If I need to journal, it's there. Since no one goes through my bag, it's there. It's safe. That's the number one thing. The second thing would be to get a safe. There are many different kinds of safes out there. You can get ones that have like combination codes, keys, whatever you want, but you can get a safe. They're not that expensive. Make sure you look at the reviews. Get one that has really good reviews though. You don't want to get one that is not well made, because if something goes wrong with it, you're going to have a hard time getting in it. Make sure you have a good one. But a safe, you can keep your journal in the safe and you don't have to worry about somebody just randomly coming and picking it up. I highly recommend that. The next thing that you can do is have a hiding place for it. Hide it. Only you know where that is. Don't tell anyone that you keep a journal. Keep it secret. Don't tell anyone. Hide it. Then chances of anybody finding it or even wanting to look for it would be pretty low because they don't know that you keep it. That would be the third one. The fourth thing is write it out so that you experience the therapeutic action of writing in your journal. And take those pages, rip them out, burn them, destroy them. If you don't want what you've written to exist in the world, then destroy it. It's just paper. It's okay. You can rip pages out of your journal. That's totally fine. You're not committing a crime, I promise. Just rip them out, burn them. No issues there. Number 5, use invisible ink. Okay, Noodlers makes one that lights up with a black light. That's a really fun ink. You can use invisible ink. Then nobody would know. Don't tell people you use invisible ink. Like again, a secret's only a secret if you keep it to yourself. If you tell even one more person, it's no longer a secret. Just don't tell anybody that's the ink that you use to write in your journal. When they pick up your journal, they'll think it's just a blank journal, nothing in it. They can't read it unless they have a black light. How many people carry one of those around? Number 5 is use invisible ink. Another type of invisible ink is like lemon juice, which will show up if you basically burn the paper or expose the paper to heat. The lemon juice will show up. It's very acidic. It doesn't have any lasting power. It's not archival. If I were to use invisible ink, I probably would use like the black light ink, but like I said, I have privacy. I'm very lucky. I have privacy in my life right now. I don't need to worry about that. But if I were to worry about it, I would probably, if I wanted to use invisible ink, I would go the Noodler's way. Another way to keep things private, this is more complex, okay? Develop your own language or your own code. You know how Gen Z has this way of talking? You just look at them and you're like, I know you're forming words with your mouth, but I just don't get it because I'm old. I don't get it. I don't know what you just said. You can develop that kind of language for stuff that you're working out. You can just develop your own way of saying things that means something only to you, not to anyone else. They might read your journal, be like, wow, this person is crazy. I have no idea what they're talking about. That's exactly what you want. You just want to keep it private, keep it a code. Another thing that you can do, which I think this is number 7, is you can make a cipher. Again, another complex, not really usable way, for me at least. But if you are super intelligent, don't mind messing up the entire alphabet, you can make a cipher right in a cipher. And the person reading your journal would need to be equally as intelligent to decipher it or have your cipher code in order to be able to decode it. There's some really easy ways and some more complex ways to keep your stuff private. My favorite way is just to keep your journal with you. If it's always with you, then no one can sneak and read it. And I just keep it in your bag. You don't have to worry about it. My journal is at home, safe, put away. I don't worry about it. Then I have this one. I seldom journal on the go. It's a ritual for me. This is more of my planner. But I do keep it with me. I don't worry about anybody going into my planner, seeing anything they're not supposed to see because it's with me. All right, now this morning I went into Instagram. I asked them if they had any pearls of wisdom or questions about journaling specifically. I'm just going to go in, read them, share them with you. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm probably only going to do about 5. I'll just share what people shared because I think that as a community, sharing with each other is super important. Let's start here. I have the Village Bohemian. She says, start with a prompt if you don't know what to write. There are hundreds of writing prompts online that you can find. That's a great piece of advice. Martha Plan says, start with a line per day. Just record what you did or one thought. Keep it simple. Thank you, Martha. Let's see. Platinum Pixie Plans says, it doesn't have to be deep. Current favorite song, something you saw, you'll appreciate it later. That one's nice too. Then Airhead Dial. Man, just when you think you can read English. Sorry if I butchered that, but she says, the journal doesn't judge you. It's a safe place. All awesome pieces of advice. I couldn't agree with them more. Honestly, the journal is the safest place that you're going to ever have to be able to express yourself, express your feelings for things. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I often will do a giveaway in a video, but I don't announce it because I want you to watch the whole video. There's no giveaway today, but you do need to be subscribed. Watch the whole video because you never know what I'm up to. Yeah, so follow me on Instagram. It's at the Chic Sparrow. I ask questions there often. We like to share our customers' photos, videos. If you'd like to have your stuff in our feed, we would love to promote you. Just use hashtag #ShareMySparrow. That's it today. I hope you have a wonderful time. I will see you later. Bye.